having some problems in recognizing myself. All those words that we said. I'm sure that at least some of the stories, because my memory is fairly good, at least, in spite of the fact that I have now started forgetting names, that's grace, that is gift that comes from above. That's started deserting me. But I still, my memory is fairly good, and I think that at least a few of these stories have been made up. I remember in 2005, by the way, when you want me to stop, just start clapping. Actually, 2005, when I just handed over charge, I thought I deserved a vacation, and my cousin from Pune had been asking me to come over for many years. So I thought I'd make a visit to Pune. And I'm happy to mention this to Rahul, this came 2001, when he was here a few days earlier. I'll be coming to Pune, and it would be nice if I could meet with a lot of our old students. I said, let's meet somewhere at the FC Road where you people are likely to hang out. So he said, no, let me do something. And then we arranged a get-together, a very informal get-together. And there were 40, 45 people. It was very heartwarming. November 2005. And therefore, when Umesh came up with this idea of a get-together, I jumped at it because it was instigated by somebody else. Umesh added his weight to it. And I jumped at it with knowing, that I had a suspicion but not the certainty that it would not be as informal as it was in 2005. But I thought that this was a small price to pay for getting this opportunity of meeting all of you again. And I'm extremely grateful and touched by your presence here today. I am retired, I'm idle, I have nothing to do. But I am sure that all of you have commitments, professional and in many cases domestic, to meet. So you found the time to make it here. I'm really grateful. When Umesh came up with this proposal of, it was with a rider attached and a string attached. It was that I should also give a seminar. I shot that down immediately because for various reasons. But then the thought came to my mind that since they're asking for it, why not? And I seriously started looking at topics. I said, okay, fine. And let me tell you that I did a fair amount of research. That's the only research that I've done during this lifetime, apart from whatever little I had to do to get my PhD. And I came up with a topic. Can anyone guess what the topic was that I was thinking of talking about? It was a topic that Meghna had talked about when she came back from her MTech. The name of the topic was Zero Knowledge Proofs. And then this thought struck me that why do I need a seminar to prove zero knowledge? You have had occasion of sitting in my classes for many, many times, and therefore you certainly don't need any proof about zero knowledge, isn't it? So I dropped that idea totally. So you are going to be saved the task of listening to a formal seminar. Probably one of the ideas behind the seminar was to make you really, really earn your lunch. But I think that I'm not going to talk about it. Instead, what I would like to do, as some of you have suggested, is share my few memories with you during my days here. I know it can be a little tricky because every experience that one has with memories has its element of magic. And while you can certainly communicate your memories, to be able to actually transmit them, to make the others feel what you felt at that time, is a task that only a speaker of much higher caliber than I is capable of, if at all. So I know that I run the risk of boring you, but I'll keep it short and try and focus on the earlier days of this, the formative years of this department. Because many of you who came much later would not be probably familiar with what went on. I joined here in 1988, as Umesh and Manoj have pointed out, much later after they were admitted in the first year. And I joined after 2 interviews. The first interview, they advertised for the post of professor, and I knew obviously I stood no chance, no teaching experience, experience that would fairly pass muster, industrial experience. But I was told that if they don't find anyone suitable, they will downgrade the post and offer it to the person who's found least unsuitable. So I appeared for that interview, and technical questions were, okay, I was able to do that satisfactorily. But when it came to questions about pedagogy and what computer science is all about and things like that, obviously I was much more uncomfortable at that time than what I would be today. So then afterwards, obviously, not going to get it. There were 1 or 2 other candidates who were probably equally bad. And then that also didn't happen, because I was told later that the Vice Chancellor, who was the chairman of the committee, he was having a lot of problems as it is. Vice Chancellor of Nagpur University. He was having a lot of problems with appointments that were being challenged. Therefore, he said that your advertisement did not mention that the post is likely to be downgraded in case no suitable candidate is found for professor. So this advertisement stands. You don't select anyone there. And second time the advertisement came through, this clause was inserted, and as I said, the selection committee found a person who was least unsuitable, and that's how I got him. That was in April 1988, and that was the de facto end of the course, of the academic session. So I spent my exams were going on, so I spent my time doing invigilation work, and in the vacation I read Pratt, Programming Languages book. And let me tell you that that was the first time I really understood parameter passing. Even true, because when I was studying, the teacher concerned had dismissed the parameter passing in the last lecture of the course in 45 minutes. I couldn't get anything out of it. Even today, as many of you would have noticed, I had problems with call by name. I'm really glad that the selection committee interview, I was not asked about parameter passing, otherwise it would have been curtains for me. It's something very fundamental. Not that everyone is expected to know everything in the interview, but that is considered to be something fundamental. So that's how the first few months were spent. No teaching was there. There's a lot of, most of the work about the syllabus formation and all that was already done, thanks to the effort of the faculty from electrical and electronics engineering, electronics faculty led by Professor Asnale and Professor Pandit, electrical faculty by Professor Kelkar and Professor Paitankar and others. The course that I was asked to teach was computer programming and utilization, I remember. And there was a concurrent course on data structures that was running in that yearly program. The syllabus of CPU was heavily Fortran based, and I knew that that would not do for people to be able to understand data structures. Therefore, I took the risk of deviating from that course, did very little justice to the printed syllabus, and I think we talked about Pascal in that course. It was a risk, but it was a very minor risk because at that time computer science was being offered only among the affiliated colleges in Nagpur University, offered only by the BRC, not by any other college. Other colleges were offering a course called computer technology, and therefore we had de facto autonomy even then. But it was a risk nonetheless because the board of studies was common between computer science and computer technology, and technically people from the other colleges that were offering computer technology